What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a brand new 1/24th scale crawler to review for you from FURITEK. So we're going to go out today, we're going to drive it with some local guys, and we're going to see how this does on a little crawler course out in some pretty treacherous conditions. So we're going to see how this drivetrain holds up, how the carbon fiber body holds up, and how the runtime is on this. I'm running a 2S 450 milliamp battery today, and I'm expecting 20 to 30 minutes drive time on a tiny little 2S battery. So we'll see how it performs on 2S. It can also run on 3S battery. So it looks super cool. It is a primo micro crawler. It's in the $300 range. It's not cheap, but it looks pretty fantastic, and I like how the top comes on and off. We have a brand new ESC on here, Lizard ESC, and a brushless motor that we're going to show you in a little bit. But first, let's go out and do some driving with this. Let me show you how it performs with my crawler skills on a pro course. Here we go. Okay, it's amateur hour at the crawler course, guys. Let's go ahead and put this crawler on the course. Let's see what this FURITEK Cayman Pro 4x4 RC crawler can do. 1/24 scale. Right now, coming down across the bridge, the first part of the bridge here, getting used to the way the ESC feels with the throttle. The first thing I noticed that the really low end throttle, it has a nice, smooth, and quiet feel to it, and really quite controlled. And when I need it, the brushless motor had a pretty good amount of torque in 4x4 to be able to get over things when I need to goose it. You're going to see something coming up in this video that I had a problem with, and we're going to talk about that. And thank God for the other guys at the field today, or this review might have been ended really shortly today. But man, we don't have a lot of days like this in Portland, Oregon, where we have full sunshine, almost no clouds, and dry crawler course. A lot of times we're crawling on wet branches, and you guys know how that can be. That's not a lot of fun. Doesn't create a lot of grip, and you need really good tires. The tires on here are a little bit dense. They're not super squishy. They have, I would say they have an okay traction. I feel like it could be a little more grabby. But yeah, you seem to get through most of the obstacles. And I did have one beer before I went on this crawl, and so I think that one little beer just kind of took the edge off and made me a better driver. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like a one beer crawl session, it's kind of goes hand in hand. And for me today, it was great. It was a nice day to be out and trying to figure out the line, which way I'm supposed to go right here. And when in doubt, goose it out. And this is one of those spots where I'm like, this truck may not get over it, but it did. And that's where I get amazed with crawlers. They just get themselves out of situations with a little bit of throttle. And right here, I'm almost falling off the bridge. I'm not a competition driver, but I'm able to use some reverse there. And with the CG, it's able to get back up on that section of this bridge and continue on, which is pretty freaking amazing right there. That was pretty cool. That's the kind of stuff I love to see on a crawler course. Getting stuck, kind of pushing my way out right there. But we have a problem. So that's the spot that broke right there, 5 minutes into the drive, and now, thanks to Axial and Mad Dog's Hobbies, we're gonna go and finish up the review. So thanks to this guy. What's your name?
Orion.
Orion.
Mad Dog's Hobby and Remote Control Hobbies in Portland.
Cool. We'll put their link down below, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, Ryan.
All right, we're back on the course thanks to Mad Dog Hobbies and Remote Control Hobbies in Portland. The drivetrain in the front snapped, and it seemed like kind of maybe it's a manufacturing defect, maybe not. But we do recommend that if you bought this crawler or you're thinking about buying this one, that's definitely some parts to buy, and the axial part is compatible with the drivetrain, so you can get that axial part there and just pop it right in. We had it in a couple minutes, and I was back on the course. So they pretty much saved the day because this was the only thing that I had to review today. So I'm really I'm thanking God that they were there and just kind of ready and willing to help. They let me keep the part, so I really appreciate that too. So now I can continue to drive this one, and I don't have to wait in the mail for my next part or drive across town. But if you need parts immediately, go to those guys because they sure did help me out. I know where I'll be getting my crawler parts coming up. But this truck, it's capable, and even for a beginner crawler like me, I do it just for enjoyment, just for getting outside. And like RC crawling for me, it's kind of like a meditation of sorts, and it just kind of keeps you in the moment, and you kind of forget about a lot of your troubles and things. So very, very, very therapeutic for me, and I just love the courses. They're a huge challenge. It's like an outdoor video game. And you know, this truck does get itself into situations, and when you really start goosing on the throttle, that's where you're going to pop that drivetrain. So you have to really watch that throttle, and that axial part does fit, but it did pop off probably 3 more times during my drive test. So that's definitely something to consider. Maybe guys that are better drivers than I will won't have this problem, but if you know you're in the RC community, that's definitely some information that people need to know about. But my overall experience was fun with it. I like the carbon fiber body. I've been dreaming about having this truck style, truck bedless style truck. I love that look. Kind of looks like an old school truck to me, and I love it. And it would be cool if you could just get different bodies and stuff too. Maybe I'll paint this one a different color or jazz it up a little bit to make it look the way I want. But the stock body looks pretty decent. It has a little tiny bit of shimmer on it, and it does look good. But it does not come with windows. So if you want windows, you're going to have to place those in yourself, which is totally doable. But performance overall, it's lacking in I'd say durability, but also it was able to get out of some situations before I broke the drivetrain that I was impressed with. It's amazing what you can get out of with a crawler, and I think until you try it, you won't really quite know. And the guys were saying also that this would probably have a little bit like a better performance, definitely on 3S. So if you want to have a little better performance, put it on 3S, and that should be good. But this brushless motor can handle 3S. It's another thing that I noticed was it's quite smooth in the low end of the throttle. The ESC is super quiet, and it handles really, really precise, slow crawling action, which I think is great. I love to see that. It's definitely not a cheap ESC. So I'm happy with it at the end of the day, and I'm stoked to own this one. And 1/24 scale is just so portable and fun to have. If you don't have a 1/24 scale yet, you gotta grab one. It's a different kind of challenge for me, and I really like my SCX24, so this one just looks cooler in my opinion, but that's up to you and what you like. So you can check out the links down below and check out Mad Dog's Hobbies and Remote Control Hobbies in Portland. They really did save the day today, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate FURITEK too for sending this for review. Guys, take care. I'll see you on the next one.
No chickens in the house! No chickens in the house! No chickens in the house!